We need to have a real conversation. My girlfriend has fallen in love with our Airbnb host. But all kidding aside, welcome to Ho Chi Minh City. Here we are in Ho Chi Minh City. We were just taking a little tour. We're currently on a pedestrian street. Look at that. Just beautiful. We're walking down the street and we saw this nice looking tower which seems to have a lookout. So we're gonna go check that out. We decided against going to the observatory. It was $10 a coffee or even more for a beer. So we came back down and found this Samsung VR just coolness area where we got to try VR for free. They gave us free coffee and now we're waiting to check this guy out.
Hey John, what do you think of this setup?
I could get used to this. Yeah. There you go. Oh, damn. Oh, this is not too bad.
Oh, dude, fun meeting you down there. Yeah, fun meeting you. How you know, the tunnels?
John, what do you think?
Oh, it's not too bad.
Shit, man.
It's kind of weird being underground like this, though. People are, yeah.
Come on.
Be careful, it's slippery. Okay, so I got off at the first exit. There's exits every 20 meters, so people can get out if they don't want to do the entire 100 meters, which is what I did. It was fun, but I felt like I got to experience it, and it's a pretty tight space. Now I'm gonna meet Kayla on the other side.
I made it out.
You made it out. How was it?
It got really narrow. I think you made the right choice.
Cool. The tunnels that we just went through are 1 meter in height, which is actually 30 centimeters taller than the ones that used to exist in order to accommodate for us Westerners. Quick history lesson! The Vietnam War, or the American War in Vietnam as it is called here, is a historical conflict that is very well known and covered. However, I feel that the context surrounding the war is oftentimes skimmed over, which really helps in understanding the situation. Long before this war, between 1887 and 1954, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, and part of China all made up what was then called French Indochina. French even used to be an official language here, and French influence can be seen in architecture and food, primarily bread, coffee, and historical buildings. Later on, during World War II, mirroring Germany's actions, Japan took over French Indochina, while Germany was taking over France. Tired of imperialism, in 1941, revolutionary and future Prime Minister Ho Chi Minh saw communist reform as the path to liberation here in Vietnam. Ho Chi Minh created the Viet Minh, the National Independence Coalition, which was aided by the Soviet Union and China. This later became known as Northern Vietnam. This started the First Indochina War, led by Ho Chi Minh in pursuit of freedom here in Vietnam. Being weakened by World War II, France was unable to hold its ground here in Vietnam, and so they retreated back to France in order to reform their own country. At this point, the United States came in, who were already aiding France financially, and decided to help firsthand in the fight against communism. And finally, this leads us to the beginning of the American War in Vietnam. After nearly 20 years, we finally see the unification of the North and South of Vietnam into what is now known as the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. So in case you didn't know the why, hopefully this little quick history lesson helps you to understand why people were so against US involvement here in Vietnam. So, that's it guys, that's the end of our stay. I wanted to say thank you James so much for having us.
Oh, thank you man.
It's been awesome.
Welcome to Vietnam, Saigon.
You guys should check out his hostel and Teddy!
Hey, this is my manager. My manager. Sorry, so sorry.
You guys should definitely check out this guy's hostel if you're ever coming to Ho Chi Minh City. You can check the description down below. Have a good night.